Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It's heartbreaking that we have to have this hearing. I'm one of the newest U.S. senators here in Washington, and when I was in Florida, I was the Attorney General, and one of the hardest things for me as Attorney General was balancing being a mother with a school-aged child and also being the Attorney General on behalf of the state, protecting all of the children in Florida. And as difficult as that was, being the first mom on our cabinet with a school-aged child, I thought it brought to me a perspective and almost an urgency in focusing on some of these issues, whether that meant vaping going on in our elementary schools or predators getting to our children online. And I think what you're saying today is something that I have been trying to tell everyone. We really are the first generation of parents having to raise kids in this age of social media and VR and online platforms when Congress has done nothing to keep up with the evolution of technology. And they're basically saying, figure it out yourselves. It's the wild, wild west. And you're saying today that they knew not only that parents really didn't know how to use it, but they weren't using parental controls. Is that correct? Yes or no?
That's correct.
Correct.
So I would consider myself pretty knowledgeable in this area, considering I was one of the first attorney generals to sue Meta in court for damaging and harming our children. And yet, it doesn't surprise you that someone like me, who has all of this knowledge, had to go to my own child and say, how do I find the parental controls?
Not at all.
Not at all.
And you believe that Meta knew this?
Yes.
Yes.
One of the other things that is shocking, what I've tried to tell other parents, and they're finding this out slowly yet surely, because if their children haven't been harmed, their friends have been harmed. And we used to say, had rules that we all knew as parents. Don't go up to that van. Don't take that candy. Don't do this. Don't talk to that stranger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger now exists in our children's bedrooms. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Correct.
And did you find in your research, and is there documentation at Meta, and do employees know that children under 13, or let's say children under 18, are being propositioned and harmed by by predators?
Yes.
Yes.
And you're saying that Meta knew this, and a way to deal with that is they brought in a team of lawyers to tell their researchers what language to use in reports so that it could qualify as attorney-client privilege?
Yes.
Correct.
So if there was a warehouse and someone knew that children were inside that warehouse being harmed by adults, do you think it would be sufficient to have a lawyer work with the people outside to make it conducive or allow for or cover up what was happening to the children in the warehouse?
Of course not.
Not at all.
But because it's on an online space, we're expected to all just take it because they brought in a team of lawyers and taught them what language to use?
And they think parents don't know about the warehouse.
And I believe there was a report that said Meta proposed 2 ways that researchers could limit the risk of conducting sensitive research. One suggestion was to loop lawyers into their research, protecting their communications from adverse parties, and I'm using quotes there. I'm assuming the adverse parties mean parents and kids, due to attorney-client privilege. Researchers could also write about their findings more vaguely, avoiding terms like non-compliant or illegal. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
It is correct.
I've been a lawyer, I've been a judge. I don't know if attorney-client privilege covers lawyers that are complicit and help with facilitating an ongoing violation of law, especially when it relates to harming children. But yet, you as researchers were instructed to use different language and include lawyers so that this could all be shielded?
Yes.
May I add something to this?
Please.
We were also threatened by lawyers. I want to make that clear. It wasn't a suggestion. It wasn't research guidance. Meta's already claimed that in the Washington Post. It wasn't legal being able to make the research better. We, both of us, had met with legal, and they threatened our own jobs if we did not do this. One of the quotes they said was, you wouldn't want to have to testify publicly if this research was to get out, would you? And we're here, so clearly we didn't mind that.
Well, aside from ethical obligations of lawyers, I'm pretty sure attorney-client privilege doesn't cover the cooperation and planning and enabling of the continued violation of laws. And I appreciate you, Madam Chairman, for being here today and conducting this hearing.
Absolutely. And before I turn to Senator Coons, I